So what is up everybody? This video is just gonna be me talking over one of my replays and explaining what I was thinking, why I did it, how I did it. So we're in the T-54 Russian medium tank tier 9. We're on Ruinberg, top tier matchmaking. What I tend to do in my medium tanks is to go to this middle of the map. If you get here fast enough, you can usually start putting some side shots on enemy tanks that are trying to cross that gap on the other end of the road, trying to get into town. Just easy side shots. Backing off whenever they try to fire at me. Some of them stick around a little too long. I do wiggle around, I take that final shot, and then I move out of that position. So I don't fall for that temptation to just stay in that one spot and keep firing away at whatever tanks are down that road. And you can see me trying to shoot something else. Unfortunately, that didn't quite go in. Thought he was going to go a bit forward. So the reason why I didn't stay in that spot was because I was worried that the longer I stuck around, the more attention I would draw myself, and eventually the enemy artillery might pay some interest and might try to hit me, which would be very, very bad. You can see me keeping an eye on the town while keeping an eye on the south. I spot that VK3's on 2D and I don't hit him, but someone else does. And I get some assist damage and our friendly artillery does take him out. So yeah, that's one tank down, 14 to go. So our T-49 wasn't quite looking because I had other things in my mind. So right now, most of our heavy tanks, they do the heavy tank thing. They go into town to face the enemy heavy tanks. It is encountered, that is where the flag is, and they're trying to take control of that area. So right now I do spot that IS-3. I was hoping maybe he'll keep going forward and, you know, blunder into that shot, but fortunately he stopped. He does pop out again. I spot him, but that shot doesn't make it. Backs off, and then for some reason he reverses back into the open. Well, if he's gonna oblige. First shot takes out his tracks, immobilizes him. Second shot doesn't quite hit him, goes a bit low. Third shot, I do take the time to aim this one, and it does hit, and hit his tracks again, immobilizes him. And I'm pinging him, sort of to draw attention for our artillery, but no one else takes the hit on him, and I miss my fourth shot. In that space of time, we lose a couple of our heavy tanks. All that's left is the Type 4 Heavy and the Lorraine. The Lorraine tried to flank those enemy tanks, but he's in a bad situation right now. He's kind of regretting that choice. He's trying to back off, but he doesn't quite make it. Enemy artillery takes him out. Then you see this T-49, like, what the hell, man? Like, light tank, pretty fast, but no armor anywhere, and he just runs into the middle of all these guns. Like, not sure what he was trying to achieve. Switch my attention into a T-10 and hit him in the ass. So, the situation is pretty bad. The Type 4 Heavy is surrounded, he's alone. Gonna lose the town soon. I spot the T-34, but I don't stop to aim that better, keep going, but unfortunately the Type 4 Heavy goes down. So initially I was thinking of going down this way to maybe help the Type 4 Heavy, but I was too late to do it, and now I'm kind of deciding on which way to go. Do I turn left into the face of all those enemy tanks, or do I turn right and put myself in a much better position? Of course I turn right, but unfortunately the Super Pershing picks that moment to come around and manage to put a shot into me before I could turn the corner. Fortunately no one else was over there to shoot at me as well, and I turn around and keep going south. So you can see me switch my attention to the right and the left, keeping an eye on whomever turns around that corner, but no one does, so I can comfortably take out that T-49. So the situation for our team at the moment, we do have the numbers advantage slightly. We're up 8 versus 7, but unfortunately the enemy team has the advantage in armor. They have most of their heavy tanks and they're in town. We just have all our self-propelled guns, a couple of light tanks and some medium tanks, and a tank destroyer. So I'm trying to see who's crossing, and but the IS-3, luckily he misses, and I quickly get back into cover. So I kind of tricked the enemy team to thinking that I was going south again, and I wait until I don't see the IS-3, and thus that means no one else. The enemy team doesn't see me anymore. That's when I turn around and I cross the road, this time putting some distance between me and that IS-3 so that he doesn't spot me crossing the road again. I do spot him again, but fortunately didn't manage to hit him. So right now I'm just going north to see what I can see, because they do have a couple of medium tanks and I was worried that maybe they were going to flank us. You know, basically just trying to secure our flanks, because the last thing we need now is to get ourselves surrounded. I do spot both their medium tanks. I initially thought that I wasn't spotted, but Sixth Sense pops up, and luckily none of them managed to hit me and do damage to me. But I didn't really manage to do any damage to them. But I did my job. They lost their element of surprise, and now I'm just going south. I do stop here for a bit, type into chat telling our light tanks that they need to stay alive because we need the numbers advantage, and also we need to make use of our mobility, come in from a different angle. So I still have most of my health and decide I'm gonna slowly go down this road, move from cover to cover, see what I can see. Someone on the enemy team is deciding to start capping, but it's encounter, it's gonna take him forever to win by capping, but I'm trying to be cautious here, moving from cover to cover, maybe in case one of them decides to pop out and shoot at me. Suddenly the T-49 in our team decides to just blaze down this road, and he does take a hit from the IS-3 on the side, which is good news for me because then the IS-3 is reloading. He moves out of cover, I hit him, and he doesn't reverse in time before I reload and take him out. T-49 still alive. I'm kind of waiting for a bit to reload and get ready. And I initially looked right, but then I looked left, let my guard down. I didn't spot the Super Pershing until he shot me in the side. Takes out my ammo rack, but I repair it because I still have a repair kit. I try to wiggle my tank a bit, but unfortunately that doesn't work. He hits me, but my mobility is good enough to get around his sides, and with some help, we take out the Super Pershing. Initially, I could have just gone down that road and run straight into that T-29 face on, but, you know, why take the risk? I have the mobility, so I decided to turn around, come in from a different angle. Get his sides, he's distracted, he's trying to turn his turret around to hit me. I try to get around to his other side. Unfortunately, I don't quite make it, but luckily, he only hits my tracks, doesn't do any damage to me, no problem. Our team takes him out. This game is pretty much in the bag. They've got 2 enemy tanks left, one of them is a self-propelled gun. I'm not gonna go after the artillery. I do see in my minimap the last known position of the T-25. He's over there to the far east road. I'm just gonna go for him. Our team does take out the enemy artillery, so it's just that medium tank left. Bottom crossing the road, snapshot hits because Russia. But I do take the precaution, of course, to put some, houses between him and me. Basically just farming, extra damage, extra kills. Fire a shot at him. He misses me, I ram him, bonus damage, and our team takes him out. And that's the game. So here are the post-battle results. We had an ace tanker, Confederate, high caliber for that game. We do just over 6,000 damage to the enemy team and 2 kills, just over 1,300 experience. We do make a pretty good profit because we didn't really fight that many premium rounds despite the reputation of this tank. Yeah, that was game in the T-54 Russian Tier 9 medium tank, and I'll see you in the next video.